Hello everybody, my name is James, hope you're doing well and welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about some Red Bull and George Russell updates. If you enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Formula 1 content. Also make sure to follow me on X at James's Pit Lane, I'll leave a link in the description, but let's jump straight into the video. So let's start with Red Bull, with it being reported that an application from Red Bull for 17-year-old Arvid Lindblad to gain special dispensation for an early F1 super license is set to be discussed next week. Now, Lindblad currently sits third in the Formula 2 drivers' standings with 79 points and is in contention for the Drivers' Championship. And he stepped up to Formula 2 after a single campaign in Formula 3, where he finished fourth with 4 race wins, and started this year by winning the Formula Regional Oceania Championship, a series which ensured he already had enough qualifying points to apply for a super license once 18. Now, drivers cannot normally apply for a super license until they're 18, but an amendment was made to the rules last year, and they say, at the sole discretion of the FIA, a driver judged to have recently and consistently demonstrated outstanding ability and maturity in single-seater Formula Car competition may be granted a super license at the age of 17 years old. And Sky Sports says it understands that Red Bull's application for special dispensation will be discussed at the FIA's latest meeting of its World Motorsport Council, held in Macau on Tuesday. And the publication go on to say that the request is understood to have been made by Red Bull a number of weeks ago, but the council has not met since February. Now, while the timing is not connected, this does come as Max Verstappen nears a race ban. Basically, for his collision with George Russell in Spain, Verstappen was given a 10-second time penalty and 3 penalty points, so that takes him up to 11 out of 12. And Verstappen will automatically miss a race if he collects a further penalty point in either of the next 2 races in Canada and Austria. And as I say, while the timing is not connected, if something does happen to Verstappen in these next 2 Grand Prix, having Lindblad could be really helpful for Red Bull, because chances are they put Isaac Hadjar in the Red Bull if Verstappen were to get a ban, and then put Lindblad in the Red Bull Junior team. But let's move on to Russell, with more being reported about his future. Now, as we know, 2025 is the last year of his current contract with Mercedes, and Russell is doing a really good job this season. You know, I think he stepped up into the team leader role really well since Lewis Hamilton left for Ferrari. He currently sits 4th in the drivers' standings, and he secured a few podiums as well, so overall I think he's done a good job this year. Now, Mercedes and Russell have spoken optimistically about securing a contract extension. And in May, Mercedes team principal Toto Wolff hinted that Russell will sign a new contract before August. But as we know, Mercedes have shown interest in Red Bull driver Max Verstappen in the past. And the race reported in April that sources suggested that Russell and Red Bull team principal Christian Horner have had some informal chats over recent weeks. So they are aware of each other's situations, even if things have not advanced to full-on talks about a race deal. But now it's reported that potentially Aston Martin could be interested in Russell, with Planet F1 saying that a report by The Times has claimed that Aston Martin have now emerged as a new potential destination for Russell, with the Silverstone team understood to be one of those who have expressed interest in him. Now, as we know, Aston Martin is currently filled by Fernando Alonso and Lance Stroll, but it's not clear yet how much longer Alonso is going to be in Formula 1. And in regards to Lance Stroll, I don't think his future is clear either. He recently had to pull out of the Spanish Grand Prix due to an injury he suffered in 2023. And I just don't think the future is clear with him, so perhaps Russell could end up at Aston Martin, and that would be a huge move. And it is an attractive team to go to, given Adrian Newey has joined and he's overseeing the development of the 2026 car when the new regulations come into play, and perhaps Aston Martin could produce a really fast car. But do you think Russell could end up at Aston Martin? Let me know in the comments below. But that's going to be the video from me today. Thank you ever so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos, and until the next one, take care. Bye.